Alright, so since my audience average age is anywhere between 17 and 25 years old, I decided to make a video on the struggles of living alone because I figured that a lot of you are on your way or are already living alone. So in case you can relate to this, leave a like or a comment and let's start the video. Now, I am mainly going to focus on the priorities, and the first one is the food. Now, first things first, you have to buy your own food on your own. Then you have to make it yourself, because there is no mama waiting for you at home with a warm cooked meal. And that's the reason why I'm usually buying pre-cooked food. It's just easier and I don't really like to cook. Then you just leave your dishes unwashed. Now, that's usually because of laziness, but my advice is to just wash them right after you've eaten. And I could obviously say that I left this here just for the purpose of this video, but that would be a lie. But no, seriously, wash your dishes after you've eaten. Otherwise, they're just gonna stuck the hell up. And now, this may not apply for everybody, but I have the tendency to eat more now that I live alone than I ate when I was living with my parents. So you know, in case you can relate. Now, the next thing is the trash. You collect a lot of trash from food and other pointless stuff, so my advice is that in case you don't want any flies flying around, just throw it out. Oh, what the hell? Now, the truth is that when you come home from school or whatever, you just take off your clothes and you either throw them on the couch or in the bathroom. Then they just stock up in a huge pile of clothing, so you just have to throw them in the washing machine, but at a point you just don't care anymore and you just mix them all up. Don't tell my mom I did this, or I said that, but that's really much the point, and you don't really care what colors go with what colors. You just throw them in there and you just start a washing machine. It's easier that way. Then you just have to take them to dry, you have to hang them, but most of the time you just let those clothes in the washing machine and you just take out the ones you want to wear the next day so you can hang them and they can dry, and you know, but again, most of the time you just let them in there, you just don't just really hang them. Also, this is the time you really appreciate having your mother around or in the house, because while you live with your parents you don't have to do this shit in case they don't force you, but now that you live alone, you really appreciate or start to appreciate what your parents do for you. But again, clothes, well, I want to break free. Yeah. Now, the last but not least is cleaning up the house, and by cleaning I mean vacuuming. Now that you live alone, there is nobody telling you that you should clean your room now or do whatever. You are in charge of everything. But since you live alone, you might have the tendency to eat on the couch in the living room, and sometimes, just sometimes, you may drop some food on the floor, and then you'll just have to start vacuuming all over again and start with cleaning or whatever. So that's really up to you to keep it clean. But sometimes, if you have a big apartment, and this is a big fucking apartment, you do sometimes have to have like a general cleaning day where that's basically everything that you do that day. So yeah, Freddy, I feel you. I want to break free. Alright, so this was pretty much the whole video. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to make a sequel with the benefits of living alone, because believe it or not, there are more benefits of living alone than there are like struggles or whatever. And obviously I used a bit of humor in this video just for, you know, to keep up the spirit or whatever. But really, I cannot wait to make that sequel, because there are so many good things that will come into your life after you move alone. But first of all, you do have to be responsible for a lot of things, and food and trash and whatever, these are your responsibilities, because nobody else is going to come into your house and offer themselves to do these jobs for you. So again, you have to think this over somewhat a lot, and if your parents are agreeing with you, and if you really feel that this is the time that I'm gonna put my big boy pants on, you just, you know, move alone, move on your own, because it's one of a kind experience to experience everything that's your own, that nobody's going to tell you what to do and what not to do, that you're going to experience the freedom that living alone means. So again, just wait for the new video, for the sequel that's gonna come out either this week or the next week. I really hope that this week, and yeah, this was pretty much everything. Cheers!